we're about to be back at it. It is Sunday. It's October 10th now. It's about 3:30. We're almost to our spot. It's been about a week since the last time we were out. I'm just now heading out because I had other obligations this weekend to take care of, but I'm hunting this evening, and then I'm going to be hunting tomorrow as well. But by the sounds of it, activity has been pretty much the same as when we left it last weekend. So hopefully it'll, we'll start seeing something. Hopefully it'll pick up a little bit. So the plan is we're gonna hunt this evening and then hunt tomorrow morning in my usual spot. But if I'm not able to tag anything either of those times, then Dad's gonna come out to my spot and help me move it just a little bit to the east, maybe about 100 yards to the east up a hill. We've been seeing a lot more deer traversing that area than where I'm at right now. So if I don't tag something tonight or tomorrow morning, we're gonna move the stand in the mid-afternoon when it's dead, and then I'll sit that tomorrow evening. So here's to hoping we see something. Even if I can just see a buck that's not running and out of range, I think that would be pretty amazing. Alright, I'm up in the stand here. It's pretty overcast. It's about 73, 75 degrees maybe. The farmer that leases these fields so he can cut and hay them apparently has been driving around a lot back here in the last week. There are some pretty well-worn paths from trucks and tractors right up along the woods edge, about 30, 35 yards from me. Not sure how I feel about that. Today was a short day, but I had high hopes. I figured that only being out in the afternoon and not disturbing the area this morning would have produced more deer. But Mother Nature had other plans, as I had only seen a handful of doe and no bucks to speak of. Regardless, I count myself very fortunate to have such a great place to sit and enjoy what God has put on this earth. As the afternoon rolled in, I could see the skies darkening, and checking the weather app on my phone confirmed it. It was about to rain. Sure enough, With only an hour or so left in the evening, the clouds opened up and it started coming down. I knew the deer would be moving less, but I didn't care. I was sitting under nature's green umbrella and enjoying every minute of it. Well, it's about 9 o'clock, I think. It is day 4 of hunting, October 11th, and I just saw my second buck. Too far away again. This one was making a scrape actually on the other side of the field from me. It's about 70 yards away. But it was an even bigger one than the first one I saw last weekend. It was a nice 8-point, maybe even 9 or 10. I thought I might have seen a kicker or two on it, but I'm not sure. Either way, it was really nice, but didn't come this way. It just meandered around in the field for a couple of minutes and then turned around and went back into the side that it came from, which is actually a neighbor property. It's not one that we have access to. Other than that, I've seen one doe. So it's been a pretty slow morning, but I'm glad to have seen another buck. Well, it's the afternoon on day 4, October 11th. It's about 3:30 right now, I think. Behind me, back there, was where my tree stand was for the last 4.5 days of hunting. But during this lunch break, we moved it up there to the top of the hill. So I've been seeing some more deer up there, so we decided to move it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get us a buck up there. Alright. And there is the new tree stand location. We are up on top of the hill. Down there at the basin of the hill, and then off into the woods about 30 yards was my old stand. This is my new one, top of the hill, right on the field. Field's about 40 yards across. That's the neighboring property, that's not ours, but the deer come in and out of there all the time. So from here, down in the corner, right down there on the other side of these trees is where Kevin sits for bow. And then right through there, somewhere back through there, is his rifle stand. So Kevin's really familiar with this area. This is my first year over here. So we're just kind of going where we see the deer and hope to have a buck that's legal come by. This new spot is going to be tricky. I am going to be staring right at these deer as they come out of the pines across the field. no coverage in front of me. So I'm going to have to hope to see them first and stay very, very still. As far as drawing on them, if one's a buck, that's going to be a whole nother story. I'm going to have to play that one by ear. Wish me luck. Needless to say, nothing came near the rest of that evening. There were a few doe at the far end of the field, but they were too far to get any footage of. It's not a great start for the new spot, but the weather is turning colder and things are about to start heating up.